Welcome back to Face of Plays Europa Universalis 4 Badly. This is my Japan campaign, where we eventually hope to surpass Ming. It's rather unlikely. We are looking to unite Japan roughly by 1500, then move south through these colonies and smaller nations, and then through Lanzang to eventually be able to rival Ming. At the moment, our overlord has got us grossly involved in a war that we are ill-equipped to win against Ming, and we are currently trying our best to avoid any sort of issues, should we say, because as you can clearly see, Ming has a lot of troops. We have some troops, but they are scattered everywhere. One of their stacks is enough to take out my only stack, and I really don't want to be the one who takes the full brunt should they invade. So I will be running and hiding as much as possible, and hoping that they force some sort of concessions on our overlord, but nothing too punishing on ourselves. We do have slightly too much in the way of military leaders. We've got 242, a 233, and our very average 230. For our admiral. So having a look through here, we do not currently have an we can get a 433 with a weak claim and lose prestige, or we can get a trade efficiency trader, which is 50% cheaper, so that's about half a ducat saving. I'll take the weak. Queen. Okay. Edge go, edge go, edge go, edge go. There we go. Local unrest. Monthly autonomy change slightly increasing, which is not great, but it'll do. Slowly building up some ducats so that we've got a nice war chest. Our manpower is quite substantial compared to the nation, well, the other dynamos. I am hoping to get a bit of combat in on this episode, so I'm just going to speed it up. If anybody does have any hints, by the way, tips, etc., feel free to share them in the comments below. As I said, I'm not a very good player at this. I have a couple of 100 hours in this game so far, and I've got to say it is definitely not one of my best games to play, which is exactly why I picked it for this series. I am hoping to show people more of a average sort of response to playing a game instead of sort of stuff that you see on YouTube with many gamers where they are either highly skilled or know the ins and outs of the game. I do not. To be honest, I'm pretty dreadful altogether. The institution is starting to put quite a strain on technology costs. So as soon as we amass that money again to embrace institution, we will. Which should bring us rather close to buying national ideas. As soon as we've got national ideas, we will go for exploration ideas, I believe it is. Yes, exploration, and we will join the quest for the New World eventually. My ports are blockaded. I'm going to move my navy around here. And I'm going to move my army up here. Because Ming is here. And Ming is very powerful. How he's only currently got 25 minus war score, I do not know. Because he appears to be fully occupied to me. Unless it doesn't show in the war that you're in. prestige or trade efficiency and global trade power. 1490. I'll take the prestige on this one. It's always nice to have some prestige. Gonna recall that diplomat because it looks like they're going to be severely weakened or a tributary to Ming by the end of this. Yes, they are going to be severely weakened. It looks like Ming is on a warpath to expand. We are going to let Ming quite quickly stroll around our entire country, battering us for quite some time. Another event. Trade efficiency minus 10 for 15 years. And the merchant guilds might fire with possible events, so I'm going to have a look. Possible revolt, disaster. So I'm just going to have a look to see, is there anything that we could be asking for soon? 1482. No, but we will take the increased amount of ducats to embrace institution. And then, again, take some more tech. Same military as Ming, so hopefully that should deter them from attacking us and make them want to attack our friends. That will fire in 1479. But they should hopefully lose some in 1475. So that event shouldn't fire. I did risk it last time for the admin points, which isn't an option at this time, so we're going to go for diplomatic aid because we'll be taking the colonial idea group right now. So there we go. We have the exploration group. This is 186 away. They've again supplied us with enough resources. We are of course going to start colonising up here first, simply because this is part of our required home region for the mission, and also we do not have the distance to be able to colonise here as of yet, but as soon as we do, we will, and then use that as a springboard to colonise down here, invade these nations, and hopefully become a power to rival Ming. Sadly, at the moment, Ming seems to be doing... Oh, actually, he's doing enough that we will hopefully be leaving this war soon. I can actually surrender, but I have a feeling that the costs of that far outweigh the benefits. So I'll indeed let Ming simply rack up the war score. And if it seems he's coming to wipe my army out, then I'll surrender. There we go. So that war is now over. Let's have a look to see what they've accepted. So they've become a tributary state of Ming. This cost Ming quite a bit of diplo points and 45.7 aggression. Gained quite a lot of prestige though in this, and they've managed to severely weaken a relatively strong nearby nation. Ming does seem to be in quite good shape, which I'm not sure if that's a recent change, perhaps 1.25, whether Ming is less likely to explode, but from most of my experience playing 1.24, Ming does explode the vast majority of the time. I'm just going to quickly move to Uzun because I will be waging my next war now. We are going to be at war with Tsutsui, so I'm going to ask my ally for assistance, just to hopefully keep Tatsui off my back for as long as possible, until I have wiped and also occupied everything I need. We're still not really making enough. To confidently take an advisor. Our ally Imagawa was about as useful as a chocolate fireguard, as expected. But he is now going to start to siege down a few of the provinces. Debuff for 10 years on trade. Our 39 ducats. We'll take the 39 ducat disadvantage. We will try to conclude this war as quickly as possible. Ah, great. It's always nice when your overlord gives you something that you don't really want. And again, we are involved in a war, which none of us want to be. Again, defending the same useless nation as before. This time it is against Korea, so we do actually stand a chance. Although, only if there's a united country we stop bickering for a short while and actually invade. Which at this current rate is not looking very likely. I'm not sure what happened there. It said I'd won the siege, but I just seem to have unsieged it. There we go. Because there's no garrison. It's happened pretty much instantly. We're going to try and relieve our allies and hope that in the meantime we can let's see if Tsutsui is open for peace talks. They're not. Shiba is not really looking to do what I want. Ah, is Janime involved in another war? He is indeed. 3 wars. That is not a very good idea. I'm actually going to... well, I was going to throw my ally bone there. But they do not want the bone. So... we're going to obviously get as much value as we can. We're also going to release a nation, just because. I was going to try and give my allies this province here, Yamato, but they were not interested in it. So next is my conquest. That's not so bad actually. No real issues for me there. And again, expanded enough. I am going to knock that one up. Beyond the autonomy, and quickly focus on this war now. So there are 12,000 Korean troops. Does look like Korea is going to win this war. Simply because none of the Japanese nations, well, Japanese clans, are throwing any troops at this war. I can't say I blame them. I don't think any of us have really got money or the manpower to be risking by throwing away. It is starting to look a lot like this isn't going to be done for 1500. But with these sporadic wars breaking out, but we should have the majority of Japan conquered by 1500 and be able to make a claim on the shogunate. We are quite quickly losing to Korea though. And Korea has landed their entire army in Japan. We're still no closer to getting the army tradition that we need. It does look like everybody is pushing to take out Japan, Korea from this war. So I'm hopefully going to be the nation that starts it all. And there's a stack wipe. Now, do we have a fleet where this would make sense? They have 10 galleys, 15 transport ships, and 5 light ships, which are stationed too close to us to really make any viable crossing. Gonna not allow anybody to detach. And now they've protected Japan from Korea and probably extended this war quite a bit unnecessarily. Lose 2 war exhaustion, always nice. Oh, we did have over 2 war exhaustion. Very nice. Our colony is coming along. Advised cost reduced. Oh, some pretty heavy penalties to tradition, which we're trying to up. We'll take the advisor cost. We'll then see if we can increase our influence in any never seen the established New World missions. That seems to be quite a nice little bonus. As for contribution, we can't do this again till 1485 years time. We will make a generous donation so that the clergy are on our side. I wish we could do this, but sadly I really do not want to be pushing the Bushi any further up, and it doesn't get us any more loyalty, just influence. We could probably afford to give them a bit more land, but we won't. There are no more nice trade provinces for our lovely friends. We do have quite a bit of a attack advantage over our nearby people now are starting to, simply because of institution spread, which is making our embracement of next levels of technology a lot cheaper compared to theirs. Although we might soon see some development starting to spurt up in local and provinces. Do we have the development enabled? No, we do not. Price of copper is just improved. And and 50% cheaper trade efficiency level 2. Again, not much use to us at this moment, so we can't afford. Level 2. Ah, here is the development map mode. We do have quite a significant advantage over most of the provinces of our neighbours. Nanjing is pretty much the only comparable province nearby. And we've now got our Splendour. So, we're going to take the aggressive expansion impact simply because we are not yet our own shogunate. And as such, we will probably get quite easily bullied about if we try declaring any wars. Second, we become a shogunate. And the claims upon claims isn't really useful when we can only declare war on those who are actually in our nation. We have no colonists to send. At what level do we get a bit more range on our colonials? And level 7, 15 improvement, which wouldn't be enough in itself. Ah, there we go. Oh, that is quite a lot of area to seed. Right, who will join me in this war? Yanama will, if the promised territory. As well, Imagawa. Against Ouchie, I am just going to quickly deploy a siege there. Yanama is on my side. And we have a clear advantage. Right, Yanama should make some tasty gains. I'm going to take the idea. I'm not sure where they are going, but we don't mind so much. again, we've just lost our leader. It's always nice to have at least a siege pip. But 1211 is pretty shocking. This episode has been stretching on a bit longer than what I'd hoped. But that's what happens when we end up in a war that we don't really want to be in. I think I'm going to take the free inflation there. Well, of course, take military tech that enables us to have cannons. I'm going to detach siege there and just carpet siege a second. Nope, you're not getting out of this war so easily. We are going to transfer these to Yanama. And try and quickly knock out Yushi. They are 90%. They do not want to give in. They will do soon. Imagawa has eliminated the vet. Ah, they were going for the colony. I'd almost forgot about that. Okay. I've somehow managed to call back my colonist, which is always a good sign. Advisor has died yet again. Oh, colonial range. Yes, we will take that. No. Why would we accept a peace where your ally gives up everything and you give up nothing? Anime, if you do not want it, why are you occupying it? Ah, that will do. On that note, I'm going to quickly destroy this fort, which is no longer needed now that we have Mino. I am going to pump up the autonomy in Mino and station my troops in Shannon, and that is where I'm going to call it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.